It's the Adam Friedland Show.
Hello and welcome.
Well, and I'm your executive producer, and we're doing this one since we're already editing video. I figured, fuck it, why don't I start editing the audio also?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just do the whole intro thing later.
Oh yeah,
It's true. It'll be the first time I've ever touched one of these audio files. With the exception of when I've said your whole social security number
and address. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
You
no. I
know
think
Adam's social security number?
I know all his information.
Really?
I'm a producer.
You know all his social security? I
That's
don't even
what I
know
know.
my social security number.
Well,
No,
I
I mean-
paid these guys for years, so I made.
Oh,
maybe.
yes. You
You
had
guys
to
He knows my
W-9.
EIN and my social.
Yeah, EIN, social security number, blood type.
Yeah.
I don't know my blood type. What's EIN?
I have his whole genome mapped.
It's for your business.
I got his 23andMe.
Yeah. What did it come back as?
Yeah.
It actually turns out I'm Blasian. I found out.
100%
100.
churlish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fine. I remember seeing an ad for 23andMe one time, and they got like the most mixed race person they could possibly find. For the thing, it was like a one of those light skinned freckle
A
blacks.
dark-skinned Chinese person.
Basic, it could be. Looking at it, I mean, it looked like one
Yeah.
of the new Muppets. You know, the ones where they got like
Oh, yeah.
wild colors,
Yeah.
like they're neon and shit. It's like Elmo's cousin with HIV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so what was the ad? It was just a picture.
It
of
was like 26% Norwegian and fucking, which is funny because like 23andMe, all that's just for white people.
It's only white people to
Yeah.
find out how white they are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole genre of YouTube videos of white people finding out they're just white and then crying and making a video because they're upset that it's like, yeah, you're just some French fucking.
I prefer that than the people I know who found out they're like a 16th% Crow Native American and then like moved to a yurt because of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like adopt that as their
That
entire
would be
personality.
badass.
Do people do that?
Yeah, I have people who are like, I knew it. I could feel it.
I don't like Liz Warren. You know, I was never like a Liz Warren stan, I
It was
guess.
huge.
Not for her politics. It's just she's she's clearly like in a relationship with her dog,
Mm-hmm.
which that's fine if white women want to do that, but I don't think
Yeah.
it should be like normalized. You know?
Yeah,
To
Bailey.
fuck your dog.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Well, it's weird to like show kids that. You know, like I
don't want my kids seeing.
I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
it, but like the children don't need to be groomed into dog fucking by people like Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, I don't think it's wrong.
And yeah, but when she got shit during the campaign for being like, I'm a red man myself. I've spent. My uncle used to come by with the peace pipe and we'd blow clouds all over the teepee, you know. But the thing is like if and I've made this point, I feel like on the show, a different show, not the Adam Friedland show, but like, you're from upstate New York. Is there like there's like it's not like
Were you about to say I'm from Vermont?
no, I thought you were just from the Midwest because
okay.
like the upstate New York is like the Midwest basically.
Kind of. Western New York.
Western New York
definitely-
is the Midwest.
Buffalo is Midwest.
You get out there and they have the accent.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
going
the
to a
mumble.
bar. We're going
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
bar later.
Yeah.
It's like just stop speaking.
It's weird because the women have flat. It's like they talk like this where everything's real flat, but then the men have like rolling R's where it rolls over like this. It's
Dude,
very
after a
strange.
weekend in Buffalo, I was like, I wish I was deaf. I wish
Buffalo's
I was
fucked up. It's
yeah.
a fucked up place. I
well, I
started
just
comedy
hear
there.
it's a really offensive accent.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. There's no diction.
Yeah.
They're not saying anything, and it's just like they're going like roll, 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 and you're supposed to be listening to it.
Someone there
Because
told me they're like, yeah, apparently it's one of the clearest, easiest accents to understand. You know, and it's like that's what you have to say good about Buffalo. Is like we talk okay. We don't have any fucking jobs, but we talk okay.
how come as soon as you cross over into Canada, it's just immediately gone? That accent's gone.
Healthcare.
Oh,
Those are the people. They can all go to a speech pathologist for
Right.
free as a 5-year-old, whereas everybody in Buffalo, there was one retarded guy who became mayor 100 years ago, and he ruined it for all.
I
of them.
think they also have nuclear fallout too.
From what the the General Mills
Yeah.
fucking plant.
From
They all
from
got
the-
Lucky Charms poisoning.
Yeah.
They have FAS from fucking marshmallows.
Yeah, it's a sad place.
Yeah.
I lived there for 3 months, and I was blacked out the entire time,
Mhm.
100% of the time. And I
Yeah.
would like become lucid for a second and be like, absolutely not.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
fucked
it's
up.
like spiritually just winter there.
It is, yeah, totally.
Like but post holiday winter.
People were like
It's like
dying.
February 2nd is every day in fucking Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had snow that was like 8 feet tall, and there was this press conference, and they were like, "Do you want to they were taking questions, and the mayor was being like, nobody go outside, people are dying, and then somebody was like, I have a question, and he was like, is the Bills game gonna happen? And the mayor was like, yes, you fucking retard. Obviously.
Obviously. Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Cancel the Bills game? What are you, a fucking retard?
I will say, funniest women ever come out of there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because they're haggard. They're fat, and they're covered in thick makeup, and they're like nasty.
They all
and,
look like
have,
they all look like a November pumpkin.
Yeah, and they have like torn up knees from just like blowing, just being like, I'll fucking blow this guy. I don't give a damn.
Did you see?
Right on AstroTurf.
Yeah,
I probably mentioned it before, but there was a Craigslist misconnection from a Buffalo Bills game once, where it was like you sat next to me and my boyfriend at the game, and then when my boyfriend went to the bathroom, you took my hand and I gave you a hand job, and I never got a look at you, but if you see this, like, I was the woman who jacked you off at the Bills game.
Yeah, that rules. That's
Yeah,
what Buffalo
cool.
girls are like. It's great.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I took care of a girl who was paralyzed in Buffalo, and she would get drunk. I would strap a whiskey thing to her neck, and so she could suck the alcohol out of
With
it,
a straw?
and we would get fucked up. And I had to control her chair, and I was wasted, and I had
Was she drunk drove herself into that chair?
No, that's
Oh.
the crazy. No, it was just like a cyst that cut off her or whatever whatever that's called.
That's cool to know that
That's
that can
cool
happen.
that
Yeah,
could.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad.
didn't
I'm
know.
glad.
I'm really
I
sorry. I'm
that
really
that-
sorry.
You just convinced Nick he has that. Yeah.
Oh, great! I can feel it already.
Whatever, Nick. We did a tour of Equinox
We
today.
did. I
We're
felt
doing
better.
okay.
I was having like health anxiety this morning. I was convinced. Somebody said that I had a brain tumor because I was dizzy because I switched to veganism. So I still. I'm probably my vitamins are probably all fucked up.
Why did you switch? Because of that movie?
Yeah, I don't know. Ethical reasons, I guess.
But environmental reasons.
No, not environmental. Just like factory farming and stuff.
Yeah. That's when I don't eat meat, and it's because of that, which
Yeah.
feels gay, but it is.
Yeah.
I don't care if they factory farm a chicken.
A chicken, I don't care.
A
Yeah,
chicken's
I
not
agree.
a guy.
The
A
fish-
cow is a guy.
Yeah.
A cow is a whole guy.
A cow's a dude.
It's
Yeah, well,
because of watching
He's an
Indian
Instagram
person
videos
at
of
one
them getting
point.
brushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cow is someone.
Basically, every fucking dairy farm in the United States, it's like, there's like a cow being born. And they're like, oh, what is going on? I was just driving my cab, and now a truck cut me off, and now here I am. What is going on?
I like the beginning of the sentence. I'll watch it. So I just realized that autistic people have the end of the sentence where they go like, they'll be like, what is going on? They do that.
They do that?
Everything. We're gonna go get some lunch.
Yeah, they do Stoppa. That's who invented Stoppa.
Stoppa? I thought it was Jewish women.
No, I think it was children. Children. Stoppa.
Yeah, that's true.
I would hear that a lot as a child that lived to annoy other people.
Yeah.
A lot of my and then being like,
As a-
what?
I wasn't doing anything.
What? Yeah.
Don't. No, the autistic one is like this little moan at the end. It's like, it's gross.
Yeah, it sounds like part of a Nine Inch Nails song.
Yeah.
Nasty. So
What was I saying? Oh yeah,
You're
Liz
dizzy.
Warren. Liz Warren No, I'm fine. It's like you
you're
get
just
older.
hungry.
Once you're in your 30s, it's like if you don't drink enough water, you'll like collapse in the middle of the day.
I had like a meltdown at the cellar because Kyle Dunnigan. Do you know Kyle Dunnigan?
Yeah.
mhm.
I like am a huge fan of him.
Yeah.
And he I watched him come in during my set, and I got like so terrified, and I was like, this is fucked up. I was like vertigo-y,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
fine. I also, in movie theaters, if there's like any music that's like this, like that, I'll just faint.
Yeah.
You don't like it.
I'll faint.
Yeah.
I literally will faint. I
It's like a
fainted in like
physical response.
4 theaters. I
Really?
fainted on a plane recently
Yeah.
from M. Night Shyamalan, from Old, that movie Old.
Really?
Yeah, I fainted and
From
peed my
that
pants.
scene where the guy's nose is bleeding.
No, and she has the tumor,
Oh, okay.
and they cut it open.
I hated that movie.
It's a bad movie. I mean, I
Yeah.
only saw half of it because I passed out. But if there's the music paired with gore,
Yeah. Well, movies hit different on planes because of like cabin pressure and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm
That's
always
why you
sneaking
cry.
vape puffs.
Yeah.
So you're like fucked up.
I vape so much on
Me
planes.
too. It's not
bad.
okay. People know.
It's not a cool look in general.
I set off the alarm in the bathroom
Did you?
with a vape.
Yeah.
Aren't they like that's a $500,000 fine?
Yeah.
I just
You're going to
lied.
Guantanamo.
I just shoved it in my bra and was like, I don't have anything, dude. I don't
Yeah.
know why it went off. Your plane's fucked up.
I farted. I farted, sir.
It's my pussy.
From my pussy.
My pussy's rotten.
My pussy farted.
Yeah. Go ahead. Arrest
Go
me for
ahead.
having a rotten pussy and see what kind of article that gets written about.
Go
your
ahead.
company.
He knew I was lying. He angrily stood at the front of the plane and went, nobody's allowed to vape on the plane, while only making eye contact with me. And the whole plane looked at me and I was like,
There are no vapes allowed on the plane. An Indian airline pilot. You don't see that very often.
Well, yeah.
That would not instill a lot of confidence in me.
Why? They're not. Why? They do a good job at Uber.
Yeah, but they drive real aggressively.
Yeah, so you'll get to L.A.
It's just
faster.
the Indian plane is landing, and behind you just see another plane just like blowing up, just crashing and blowing up. So a plane with a horn for some reason.
There are guys like standing on the wings.
Yeah, we have landed.
It stresses me out when they
Just
show
go by
you.
the cabin. It's got those beads, the beads all over the chair.
It stresses me out when they
How
show
tiny-
you those trains.
I love when they have the tiny magic carpet hanging from the rear view.
yeah,
that's
I like
cool.
those.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because I just want some carpet. I have lots at home, but some also while drive. I have some here in case.
No,
What if my hand has to sit down? What if I put the carpet down on the dash in my hand?
oh man,
It's got to be a praying thing, right? Like they just do that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're like, okay, you're good. You know, every 2 hours while driving.
Oh, their fingers are.
Yeah,
They
I-
have their
I
fingers
love-
bow.
Yeah, I love you. You know, I love you. Muhammad's like, yeah, that's good enough. Just don't draw me. That's fine. That satisfies the every 5 hours requirement. Just don't ever draw a fucking picture of me.
Praying I love you is so funny.
I love you.
Oh, kiss it.
I miss you every day.
I love you, God.
I love you, God.
Oh my God.
Have you guys seen Zarna
Hello,
Garg?
God. What?
What's that?
Zarna Garg?
What's that?
She's the Indian woman at the cellar.
No, we're not seller guy. We're not comedians.
It is full the thickest Indian accent you've ever heard. The
Does
most.
she crush?
Speaking of which,
She
I will be
She
at the
murders.
I'll be at the Irvine Improv August 18th through the 20th. Tickets are still on sale now. We're running out of time here for you guys to go buy tickets at the
Yeah.
Irvine Improv.
When does this come out?
This comes out today.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I'll go-
Please buy tickets to Albany, for the love of God. I'm going to
Yeah.
kill myself in Albany. I'm
Really?
ready to die, and that's the place to do it.
Well, is
Yeah.
there even a club there?
It's the Funny Bone. It's a
Really?
mall.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
bad.
Yeah. So buy
What
tickets,
kind of mall?
Buy tickets to the Albany show, and when's that?
This weekend.
Mhm.
This weekend.
And hit up the Orange Julius before.
How are ticket sales going?
I don't know. I haven't asked. I'm too scared.
Yeah.
But I hope that they'll just, if it's bad, just collapse it into one show.
Yeah.
I mean, I opened for Dusty there, like, I think last year,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a hard time. And that was after Netflix, and he, like, sells out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean,
just a dumb
Buffalo
shit.
was rough. Like I was like, I've like been on the road a little bit. Like after the first shows, Austin, I was like paranoid, but they sold out pretty quickly. And then Boston, I was worried about. It was fine. And then Raleigh and Portland like didn't move at all
Yeah, Raleigh's
until
crazy.
a couple of days before. And then those all sold out. And I was like, oh, thank God! Like they were selling out day of. And then Portland, same thing. It was selling out day of. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then Buffalo, I like wasn't worried about it. And I got like all of it. I mean, I sold maybe 100, 150 tickets each show, and it was like 350 capacity. So now I'm like back to being worried about it. And Irvine's a huge fucking room. It's like 490.
Oof. Wait,
Yeah.
how was, did Raleigh end up being okay?
Yeah, Raleigh was great because it's a great club. I was just worried about like the market in terms of like how many tickets I could sell.
People always do the day of thing. It's aggravating. They did that to me in
Mhm.
Louisville. It was 0, and then it was like everybody bought them.
Yeah, it makes
No, it's
sense,
great.
honestly. I mean, if I was going to something, I'm not like, I'm going to get my tickets 3 months in advance, you know?
No, I would expect that out of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to get their iCals
what do
in
we-
line.
I put a Facebook
mhm.
clip up and boosted it because that's what Dusty said to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, here we go. This is great. It's going to go out into the ether. People get tickets, Albany, New York people. And it's like 4 views or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
No, that shit is all a scam. Like,
what do you do?
All of the advertising that anyone has access to, like anyone, if any fucking dickhead in the world can approach like a company and be like, can I promote this? Then it is guaranteed to be useless as far as conversion is concerned. Like the only advertising that's like if you can get something on TV or like a real ad campaign. And I'm basing that on nothing. On no information that I have or access to.
What do people do? Do people have publicists?
I don't know. I spent a little bit of money on Instagram advertising for T-shirts, and it's like it did nothing. It did absolutely nothing.
Yeah. People that don't know Cumtown didn't want to buy an Andre's Steakhouse T-shirt.
Well, the Richard Gere Museum shirt is a good shirt.
That is a great shirt.
I got plenty. That was the only one I paid for.
I like the New York Times one, and the Sopranos one was good.
Oh, thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I wanted to do a shirt, and this is never mind.
What?
No, nothing.
Say it.
No, I'm not saying it.
No, because you're
Irvine Improv is the that'll be interesting to see how that sells.
Irvine, where is Irvine?
Irvine's like I guess
Orange
45
County.
minutes south of L.A.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that with Louis.
Yeah, Louis J.C.K.
Louis J.C.K. Yeah.
God, can you imagine how much that guy would rape?
Oh my God. He'd get numbers. He'd do numbers.
Rack them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd rape and then he'd do Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
But after this, I'm going to be on the road like every weekend till October. So I'm worried it's going to be like after I go on tour and I'm making no money for 2 months straight and then coming back here and having to like get this thing off the ground.
You'll do
Wait,
fine.
Honestly,
you're going away every weekend. Are you coming back?
I picked up like CAA's booking me. So I'll be out of town Thursday to Sunday to do stand up and then back here and then this is like a full-time job basically now at this point until
15 minutes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
15 minutes
50
an hour. Yeah.
But twice a night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I think usually it's 5 shows. Usually it's like a normal club around.
Crazy.
Why?
Because I've just been doing Saturday, Sunday, an hour.
No, I just did 8 shows in Chicago.
It wipes me out compared to doing the Cellar, where it's like 15 minutes 3 or 4 times a night.
You know what's nice about doing this? This is the first time doing Adam's show.
Yeah,
it's the first time I've had like anything close to a real job in like 7 years, and because it's like I get here at like 8 a.m., 7, 8, and then just handling like phone calls.
Really? Phone calls?
Pointing at stuff, telling what to paint what.
Delegation.
Yeah, I think going back to doing like something that has regular 9 to 5 hours and then doing stand-up, you forget as a stand-up comedian that it is the laziest, easiest job in the world.
Yeah, totally.
So comics are like, dude, 5 shows, that really wears you out. It's like, work a McDonald's drive-thru for 1 day.
Yeah.
That's
a real job.
Do it once.
No, it is true.
Yeah.
When I was doing carpentry, I would do comedy, and I'd be like, this is the best.
Yeah.
And now I'm used to going to the Cellar, doing 2 15-minute spots, eating, and going home. So now I'm like, 2 hours? Are you kidding me?
Well,
I can't stand up for that long?
I remember being like a young comic, you see like headliners, and they'd be like, well, they didn't even bring I asked for ranch dressing with these fucking French fries, and you're like, you have like this is the dream.
Yeah.
And you're complaining about ketchup. Like in the green room. You just fly around doing nothing.
Yeah, it is great. And then you just talk about yourself for an hour.
Yeah, right.
Decompress.
And then it takes maybe 2 months of adjusting to that lifestyle, and you're like, can't there be an ottoman in here? I'm trying to put my feet up. Oh my God.
Dude, one time I was in this... I always think about this when people say riders. We were in this room, me and Louie, in Atlanta, and it was, I swear to God, 0 degrees. I mean, it was the coldest room we've ever been in, and we were like bundling up, grabbing like pieces of furniture. And
he has that in his rider.
No, and I went up to the guy and I was like, dude, what's going on? Like, this is fucked up, and we're here for like 5 days. And he was like, I thought Louis likes an ice cold green room.
Oh, he's from Boston.
We were like, no, dude. And he was like so embarrassed. He like lost his mind. He was like, I'm so sorry. And then like cranked it up. But it was like, do you think that Louis wrote in, like, I want the green room to be 0 degrees? It's crazy.
Yeah. Who would do that?
I don't know where was the mist? You know what I mean? Like, what happened? It's great. He was like, that's just what I heard he likes. And I was like, and you can see us suffering.
Louis Eskimo. That's who they thought it was.
Yeah. That's a different guy.
Right, Adam?
Yeah, that's a different
Louis
comedian.
Eskimo?
Louis Eskimo.
I want a writer. What would your writer? What's your writer? Do you have a writer?
No, I don't. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's
Me?
nothing. Just get through the weekend, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
so I can get back here and we can pretend to have a TV show.
I just want to get to the point where I can say no punishers in the green room. No person that's going to sit there and talk to me for an hour and a half about
about comedy. Yeah.
Oh, I love talking about my process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love it.
I love drifting off to sleep while somebody's talking in the green room. Just be like,
looking
right,
at them with dead eyes.
totally. Just having sleep apnea at them.
Yeah.
And they're like, totally, dude. I'll let you do your thing. I'll see you later. No, I hear you. But yeah, I'll chat with you after.
The worst is like for us, like when a local comic is like, "Hey, great to meet you." Beep beep beep. You know, and they say like all the bad words, and we're like, "Why?"
Because they want to prove that they're
That
Edward Lord
yeah,
worthy.
that they're badass or something.
Say the N-word.
I met some kid in.
Chanting
I was like, you don't talk to someone this way.
I met some kid in Penn Station. He came up to me in Penn Station. And he was like, "Dude, meet me." And he's like, he just has like a wet mouth, you know, like the way like a 5-year-old does. His just lips are wet.
Yeah, Dan Natterman, totally.
Yeah. Like a guy that's dealing with chapped lips in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
And like,
where he has like the ring of red around it.
27 years old. And he's like, me and my friend always talk about what I would say to you or what we would say to you if we ever ran into you on the Long Island Railroad. That's like what.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was the scenario.
Something people wonder. Yeah.
And then he goes, and what we decided is you would just sit down next to you and just say, faggot, and then say nothing else. And I was like,
no,
great. I was like,
cool,
awesome.
We've really made the world a worse place.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this new show is.
Yeah.
We're trying to atone for our sins.
Yeah. Anyways, he's a nice kid.
It
was
I'm sure he's a
kid.
nice guy.
Totally,
Nice
dude. I'll
kid.
let you do your thing. I'll get out of here.
You're right. Thank you for saying hi.
Yeah.
I don't want to discourage anyone from saying hi.
My problem is I
Say
hate to
hi.
be touched by women. Women are so touchy.
Oh,
Yeah.
me
So
too.
after
I
a show,
hate to be.
They'll be like, "Oh my god, I did it," and they'll climb into my fucking mouth, and I'm like pulling them
Right.
off me, and I feel like
They
an
put your
asshole.
hands through your hair like a shampoo
They
commercial.
do, do, or they'll be like, "I love your," and I'm like, "Just take it. You can have it. Whatever you like." It's crazy. Or there's this one. Can we be best friends? The hostility that it elicits in me is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Can we be friends? I'm like, no, I 100% no because of that phrase.
Yeah, right. Like, what is supposed to happen after that?
It's crazy.
Like, you both just sit on a couch and don't say anything and watch fucking the Decades channel
or they're like,
in a living room? What do you even do with friends? You go to Sweet Green?
Yeah, you go to Sweet Green. They want to trip on mushrooms with me. One guy in Vegas, like,
Mm-hmm.
bum rushed me on stage to as I got off stage, like ran at me to try and do mushrooms with me because he was on mushrooms, and the security just like clotheslined him, and he like fell over and was on mushrooms, being like, "I just want to do mushrooms with her," as if I was going to be like, "Come on, buddy, the faster you run."
Yeah, we had a guy in Chicago when
guy
Nick
on
and I were
acid.
there. He was on acid.
Yeah, he tried
was
to
just
just like casually tried to approach the stage.
and then he tried to get on stage. They're like,
Nick invited me on stage.
they took him out. They
Kyle,
took him
the
out
room
immediately.
is, you've been to Lincoln Lodge. It's like
Tiny.
100 people in
Yeah.
there. Kyle was just like, no, he didn't. We're all sitting right here.
Yeah.
You know.
So he got like escorted out, and I guess someone went outside for a cigarette. Like 20 minutes later, there's just a picture. He went across the street to another bar.
And they beat him.
The bouncers kicked the shit out of him. There's a picture of him just face down on the ground.
Yeah, he was
Oh my
like
God.
the
Being,
cop.
like,
the cop,
arrested
the cop
by the
showed
police.
up. Yeah, the cop showed up, and he was like, "Just fucking kill me." But it's like a white guy, so they're like, "Do you need help?"
Yeah. Are you okay? Do you
Yeah.
want us to call your parents?
He wanted them. He wanted them
Yeah.
to like George Floyd him.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
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 That's like that the comic who lost his mind recently.
Ian?
Remember that guy? No, not Ian.
Oh.
No, the other one who kept like. We'll talk about it.
Ian
Who?
does that also.
Ezra Miller, the Flash.
What, tries to get in trouble.
No, he loses his mind. And he's like, if you George Floyd me, it would fix every problem in society.
His
Just-
politics
I'll
have gotten
do
so
that.
much stupider.
he said Adam the funniest text just now.
Oh my god!
You
He
gotta
sent me a
say
text
that.
about your podcast, and it was like, "Hey man, I'm really sorry. Like I thought it would be really funny to have a baby there, but you know I'm really sorry that the show became and he described the episode we did as a dystopian nightmare. And I was like, you don't know what that word means.
The only thing dystopian about it was watching Racine hate his child. That's what was freaking me out. I was like,
that kid's cute, man. Ben.
That kid rules. Racine just being like, just stop it.
I don't think he should be on Ian Fidan's podcast, though. I think that is maybe
too much.
I'm not going to call CPS on Racine, but I don't think that's good.
No, him chugging that liquid death and playing with the taser gun. I was like, this is not good.
Real quick, we got to talk about today is the 10th.
The 9th, I think, right now? Maybe the 10th.
Doesn't make any sense.
What's up?
Yeah, no, it's the 10th. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about superspeciosa.com.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Getsuperleaf.com, I think, is still the website. We're 4 minutes late on this one. Damn, we haven't had reads in a while. During the summer, I guess it slows down.
With advertisements?
Yeah, there's nobody, at least our sponsors, nobody. I book all the, I would do like annual contracts. So I book everything in November. And then I left like a blank spot in the middle of the summer. And I was like, that's all the way in the fucking summer. And then you forget as you get older that it's like, time is just.
Yeah, I've been doing that. I'm buying plane tickets where I'm like, I'll buy it when it comes. And then it's here and it's $8,000.
Yeah, I haven't bought a ticket to Irvine yet. And I might have to. Dude, I asked like Wardell, I was like, do you want a feature? And he was like, yeah, totally. And then I saw him last night and like, you know, I was like, I just like a casual, like, you're still good to feature, right? Like, expecting the answer to be like, of course. Because then he's like, oh, yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you. No. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I can do like a guest spot on Saturday. And it's like, you were booked the middle of the whole weekend. So I might fly Racine out there because I really don't know anyone.
Yeah, fly Racine.
You can ask Jamel, too.
I guess I could do Jamel. Yeah. I don't know.
No, bring Racine.
Mike needs to work.
Yeah.
It's just as expensive to bring Mike.
Why?
Well, he brings all his fucking pasta sauce on the airplane.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like an additional like $3,000. Because it's and he can't check it because it's like medicine.
Yeah.
It's prescription.
He has to have it on his person at all times.
Yeah. And you can't get through TSA.
Yeah. If he doesn't
you can't bring liquids on the plane. He has like learned that one time.
If he doesn't have access to the marinara for 2 hours, he starts growing like a giant curly mustache and accordion music starts playing.
Yeah.
And he starts trying to make dogs
His hairline just goes back further and further. Yeah.
Okay, so superspeciosa.com. I guess they've abandoned getsuperleaf.com.
Okay.
Here's the thing I love about this company is like, so they buy a bunch of reads with us and they cannot figure out what they want the name of the company to be or what.
It changes every week.
It changes all the time. So it's Super Speciosa Raw Leaf. TRDMRK.
Nice.
What did it used to be?
Trademark. I don't know. It used to be getsuperleaf.com. It was also Super OGX. So it was Super Organic, Super OGX, Get Super Leaf, Super Speciosa. And then they would send emails. They'd be like, oh, yeah, so can you just not say website? They're like, stop saying Super Speciosa, say Get Super Leaf.
But now their website is superspeciosa.com.
Look, this is how you know this shit is good because these are the most incompetent businessmen in the entire fucking world. But they're in business because their product is basically it's drugs.
Is it like Kratom?
Yeah, it's Kratom.
Because of some sort of agricultural loophole.
Pure Kratom engineered by nature. The thing is that the war on drugs only existed to put black people in jail in the 1970s.
That's right.
So they made all the drugs illegal, and then they realized white people were doing a lot of the drugs also, and now it's this blatant hypocrisy. So they're like, they'll never make any new drug illegal.
How about a Blasian hypocrisy?
Yeah. Anyways, Kratom from getsuperleaf.com. New signature reserve, 1.5% MIT, 25% off.
Oh, Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
It like Kratom?
It is Kratom.
It is Kratom.
It is Kratom.
Oh, I did Kratom one time and I vomited all day.
I vomited like black.
Yeah, you threw up?
Yeah, I did it one time and I vomited.
Have you guys ever done like a lot of opiates?
No.
You get used to that feeling.
The dizzy?
Yeah.
When I closed my eyes, it was euphoric, but as soon as I opened them, I was like, poof.
Yeah.
It was all day.
Yeah, if you ever get into like Oxycontin or whatever, you learn to associate that feeling of nausea with like, damn, I'm getting fucked up. And then you just like feel good. So yeah, when the first couple of times I drank Kratom and it made me sick in that way, I was like, this is good stuff.
This is good stuff,
I'm like, I feel great right now.
That's like people who smoke weed and they have panic attacks and they're like, "This is great weed." I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah. It's like one of your eyelids is shut and you've ripped out all your hair. Our Kratom meets American Kratom Association standard for good manufacturing practices. That's weird. Made by nature, perfected by us. Since 2016. So these guys, they've been in business 6 years. You know? So that's how you know that if they were doing something illegal, they'd be in jail by now. So you be sure of that.
Yeah.
Do they send it in kilos? My roommate gets it in like these kilo bags.
Well, it's in these little like brown like sustainable bags.
Yeah, it makes you feel good about it.
Yeah.
It's really I shouldn't say negative things about it.
You can. It doesn't matter.
It's quite addicting.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Look, they don't want us to say any of this stuff, but it's drugs basically.
Yeah.
So they'll sell themselves.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, they have a marketing guy there that knows that. That's why he keeps changing the name of the company. So he can be like, I got all these big ideas.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's doing it. The Ian of the Ian of Super Organics is doing it. Somehow making the Kratom powder popular with people. And it's definitely because of the name and all the different cartoon plants on their website.
I really like their resource center on their website.
Yeah, they got tablets. They got the tea bags,
powder, capsules,
fast shipping, friendly service, trusted quality, 30-day guarantee. If you're not happy, then neither are we. We want to make your experience as satisfactory as possible. 30-day money-back guarantee. They got some reviews on here. Look, this shit is good,
and it's insured.
Our latest blogs are the facelift. This describes what's going on. The facelift that your Kratom products deserve. It's been 6 years since we launched Super Speciosa and shipped our first order to Nick in Strongsville, Ohio.
Nice. Shout out to
Nick. He will probably... There's a cry laughing emoji. He will probably never see this. Yeah, of course. Who's reading the blog? Well, time to check my favorite blog.
Are they writing? He will probably never see this?
Yeah. Thanks, Nick. He will probably never see this. Sad emoji. It's cheesy to say that it feels like it was only yesterday. It does. After moving... Well, yeah, you've been fucked up on Kratom for years.
This person is fucked up on Kratom. Who's writing this shit?
Andy at Super Speciosa.
Andy works there, or this is like a review?
Andy works there.
It looks like there's another guy, Sergio Santana.
He's just hiding little tabs on the menu table to put his secrets in? I mean, this is nuts.
After moving and expanding into 3 different warehouses, adding dozens of like-minded individuals to our team, shipping dozens of like-minded individuals. I like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we share the same philosophy
of drug addiction. Yeah. Of going through withdrawals when we stop this.
I hear the withdrawals are very chill.
Yeah.
They are very chill.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. This might be the scariest thing we have ever done is rebranding. That's the scariest thing
what they said?
Done.
Is that what he said?
Not investing a bunch of money into a thing that might be illegal.
Like a jungle drug?
Yeah. Yeah, right. The thing that like poachers take before they go kill an elephant at 2 a.m.
to desensitize themselves to the blood.
Yeah. But anyways,
rebranding is the scariest thing.
Right. No, it's good shit though. It's good shit. Whether you're an ivory poacher or Nick in Strongsville, Ohio.
Yeah.
A guy that's got addicted to Kratom because he's trying to resolve like a powerlifting injury because that's the only job that's left in Ohio. Is being a guy that lifts weights for money. After
TikTok powerlifter.
After I blew out my L1 through 17. Deadlifting, trying to get a cereal company sponsorship,
trying to forget what happened in Iraq.
Yeah, now I'm taking Kratom all day long from GetSuperLeaf.com.
What's the rebrand for?
I have no idea. This, without further ado, this little snapshot is a preview of our refreshed look. Oh, here's what they did. The bags look the same, but now they're colored instead of brown.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm. I'm gonna write. I hope they don't listen to this. I'm gonna write an email being like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I've used your Kratom for years, and I expect a brown bag, and this green shit you got now.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good they got rid of the brown because the brown is bodega Kratom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Brooklyn roasted coffee beans.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I only get local beans. Okay, anyways, yeah, getsuperleaf.com, promo code Cumtown or Cumtown20. We'll have to get that changed to TAFS 20.
Uh-huh. I love that. I love how they claim that the kratom will both stimulate you and sedate you. Like that doesn't seem.
It is accurate though.
It
stimulates you to throw up everywhere, but then if you lay down, it's quite.
It doesn't help you stay focused during the day. I mean, that's what they claim.
I think when we're
gonna lose this again.
When we first negotiated the ad reads with them, they described it as like taking a Percocet and drinking a cup of coffee. But then they were like, "You're not allowed to say that."
Yeah. So we psych.
Yeah.
When my roommate tries to chill on weed, he starts doing kratom.
Yeah.
So that he can work out and focus and write.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I have like PTSD from hearing the kratom, like him like mixing it, because after he takes it, he just becomes like a RoboCop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can't approach him because he is in it. So it does do focus. But the one time I did it, I was like tripping.
When I lived with Felix, he would drink that. She was the first person I knew that was drinking kratom constantly.
He loved it.
And then he would like spill it. And this big,
he's a very messy guy.
Cup. Yeah, he would spill it, and then it would be like, did the cat drink its own piss and then throw up somewhere? What the fuck is this smell? It's like vitamin urine plus like.
I totally forgot that for the first 4 years of this podcast, we had a cat throwing up every episode.
R.I.P. Ernest,
good guy.
Amber Frost's old cat.
Oh,
like probably the best cat I've ever met in my entire life.
He was like 28 years old or something.
He was ancient. He
was so old.
His eyes were all fucked up.
He wanted to die so bad. Yeah. He was just hanging on.
He would scratch his ear all the time, and he scratched it so bad that he like cut a hole into his ear.
He scratched his ear off.
His ear would just be bleeding all the time. He'd be sitting there and he'd like rub up against you and just leave blood all over your fucking.
Oh my God.
He was honestly Nick's best friend.
Yeah, that cat was awesome. Dude. Yeah, but he was like a dog. You know, you'd see him at the doorway and be like, "Come here, boy," you know, and he'd fucking run over. He'd run over like a dog.
An ancient cat. Ancient cats are scary because they feel slightly mummified when you touch them. They're
they're
cold
disgusting.
and bony. It's scary.
He wasn't bony. He was fat as shit until he died.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had a great. He used to sleep on the windowsill under the plants. And I had a great picture of him where one day it was just like a nice sunny day. And he was on the windowsill and he threw up and then fell asleep. He fell asleep with his head just gently in the pile of vomit. I was like, damn, Ernest is drinking again. Yeah, he was a good boy.
No, I got sad that Ernest is dead. So, Nick, we said the promo code, the website.
We said the promo code.
We got that.
Said the website. The read.
We got that.
The read is done.
The read is done. Go ahead and buy this shit. It's awful.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It'll keep you stimulated and sedated.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to the Adam Friedland Show. This is probably just your. Did you do the Adam Friedland Show, or you just did Come Town? I guess.
I think she.
I did the first one.
Maybe the first one.
At Nick's apartment.
Yeah. This is the podcast for the week.
Yeah.
So what video is on Patreon? Audio is on.
The goal is to eventually just have it be all video.
Yeah.
But for this week, Adam's going to go see his dad for his birthday this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
In Vegas?
Yeah, so he's flying back to Vegas now. So we didn't really have time to put together a video thing. And
we
went hard this weekend.
We're starting to plan the next video thing right now, so
yeah. So we just have to like work our way up to a regular release schedule. But because everything's in flux with like
the studio,
everything's got to be built and get people in here and get stuff done. It's like we're trying to release as much content as possible. Mm-hmm. The bare minimum is keeping to the audio release schedule because that's what people were like promised and what they pay for. And then
was Gillis video?
Yeah, Gillis was video, but that was their podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to figure out how to use this kind of transition period in like a fun way and like a creative way.
Right. And some updates for the audience. We're getting a lighting grid this weekend. Very exciting.
I don't know if they need to know the exact
I'm not telling them.
Can we stay at your dad's house when Skankfest comes?
No.
Come on.
Okay. You could have the Bye Guys podcast stay at my dad's house.
Oh God.
You have Miko and Ian at my dad's house.
That's so cool that you're a dad. What's that like? Dude, I've always thought about that.
I wonder what my dad would make of Ian.
That's such a wild. That's great. You should like write a book about what it's like to be like a dad. You know,
it's like a dystopian nightmare.
I had a crazy idea. What if we did it? It's me and you, and we do a podcast,
and it's called the Adam Friedland Show.
It's called Adam's Dad. and we host it. It's called Adam's Dad and the Gay Guy.
No, it's called Ian Fidance, and you're just on it. You'll just be there all the
It's
time.
just your name.
Yeah. So you're a host of the show, and it's called the Ian Fidance Show.
What we have worked out.
How's it going so far?
A huge amount of complications is I am basically a regular every week,
Yeah.
if I can do that. But it is Ian's show.
I wonder.
After he sent me the intro that literally had the font that is Word Art 2003, you know what I mean?
That's
I was
cool.
I was like, Ian, this font is insane. And he was like, it's Ghostbusters font. It's an Easter egg. And I was like,
Oh my
this is
God.
your podcast.
But
It is not mine.
I'm loving
Oh
this
my
new
God.
era of Ian using words he doesn't understand.
It's dystopian.
Yeah, it's sort of like a dystopian Easter egg. We're using a font. It's the Ghostbusters font. It's like you know what the other one I was telling him? The other one like comics used to do, because it's like there's most comedians. Their only inputs are things they hear other comedians say.
That's right.
They don't they'll watch one movie a year and they'll be like, dude, I'm really into like cinema now. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's their one cultural like uptake for the year. And so there'll be like expressions or turns of phrase that like for a long time there was like they would all say, and you know it was weird, I quit stand up for like 3-4 years, and now that I'm back into it and like I didn't see the proliferation of everybody saying getting in reps. So now
That's
people
big.
are saying putting reps in, and I'm like, this is gay.
It's so
Yeah.
gay.
This
It's
what do
so
you
gay.
like? You're in the gym now, dude. It's
Even
like it's
getting
always got to
up
be.
is
It's always
gay.
got to be another thing. Just doing sets.
Yeah.
Just doing the thing that you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when people are like, did you get up tonight? I'm like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Did
Yeah.
you get up? How many times did you get up?
Yeah.
Did you get up?
But for a while they were saying like there was a thing.
Civilians?
Well, Civilians is a classic, but there was a period where like comedians like on stage like as a punchline, like there was a lot of them, like the Brooklyn kind of hip guys were saying like, yeah, that's real inside baseball. And
Yeah.
they would
Oh,
use
yeah.
that to describe literally any kind
Yeah.
of like not even like esoteric knowledge.
You were
but
saying
just-
before Sophie's Choice also.
Yeah, Sophie's
They don't-
Choice was a big
Most
one.
comics don't know
comics
what that
would say,
means.
yeah, it's like a real Sophie's Choice, and they're just describing a choice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
yeah,
movie about
Like a
someone
paradox?
having to decide which kid they want to kill in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Are they, what about what was the other one that I hear people say? They're like, on stage, man, I've been hearing it all the time. Getting in reps. Oh, they'll say, sorry for breaking the fourth wall, guys.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is
Do
all the time.
Yeah.
Most of them don't know.
Yeah, it was funny because like you're like relatively new to stand up, right? Like 7-8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that relatively new?
I
I think
guess.
for how talented you are.
I mean, you're a very good comic,
Thank
probably
you.
one of the top 5 in the city. But
Well,
like
thanks.
I mean, I've been doing. I started in 2005, so I guess like 7 years is relatively new.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I started 2014, fall of 2014. What's that, 8 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I also started and then didn't do the thing that people do where they dabble. I was like hooked,
Yeah.
and then was just like,
You just
Mike,
loved
Mike,
it.
Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people like that, and they suck
Yeah.
still.
Oh yeah, because it's like something to do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, what sets people apart as a comedian is like you have to have like a unique like kind of style, and that really can't be learned. It can maybe be manufactured in a certain way, but like either you have it or you don't.
Yeah.
Joke writing is a thing that you can hone, but like like what makes somebody like like
Mhm.
you have the potential to be. I mean, I think you already are a great comic, but you have the potential to be like you're like established as like somebody that moves the medium forward or does
Yeah.
something with it.
Just
or is, like,
changes
kind of-
the way people think
Exactly,
about
and,
being
like,
alive and about humanity and
Yeah, certainly.
yeah.
just
But what
I don't
what's,
mean it. No.
I don't mean what I'm saying.
I don't mean that.
what sets
I don't mean
people
that.
apart is that they have like a unique style. Like like Burr is a very good
Yeah.
joke writer, but Burr is also Burr. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah, you know him as a person, so
Yeah.
it becomes like a little bit cultish.
Or like
Yeah.
Fluffy, he's got a unique
Fluffy,
style.
you
He
love
does the
Fluffy.
sound effects.
Yeah.
He's Mexican.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't
He
matter
does a
how
roller
many.
coaster.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I love the roller
roller-
coaster.
Really
Does he do a roller coaster?
Maybe point the girl voice. Yeah,
Where he's like going up a roller coaster. I forget what it is.
Do you think the Holocaust?
it's about how he's so fat. Okay, go ahead.
Do you think the Holocaust would have been as bad if they had used roller coasters instead of trains?
Well, they need like a slope aspect.
Well, all the way like through the Alps,
go up.
maybe
Yeah.
they could have gone through the Alps.
I went on a roller coaster with Ron on Hirschberg. That felt like the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Which
Yeah.
one? New York, New York?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, classic. Classic. Yeah, I'm not scared of that one at all. I've done it.
How did little Sasquatch do on your show the other night?
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
I just think he's so cute.
I haven't seen what his online thing, but people are like, "This kid's huge," and I'm like, "There's no way."
He's cute.
Like
Like he's like got like 14-year-old girls that like wanna that are like hi.
Oh,
It's crazy. Apparently, if you look at like Chris D'Elia's social media, he still has that, like children.
really?
They're like, I have a big crush.
Well,
on
now
you.
they know they have a chance.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, now they're like, oh
Real
my
quick,
God.
if you are old and you're trying to get your dick hard, maybe try BlueChew.com.
BlueChew.com. One-stop shop. If you love sex, you love BlueChew.com. One-stop shop for chewable tablets that have the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and now Levitra. Is that right?
You sound like you know a lot about the current lineup.
Well,
This is great. Somebody's on their P's and Q's.
What is Levitra?
Levitra is one of the other dick pills.
yeah.
Like, so all these companies, they start a dick pill company, and it's like one real pharmaceutical company, I guess, and then their product goes in the public domain. And then other companies are allowed to make generic versions of it, I guess. So Levitra was the one after Cialis. It was Viagra, then Cialis,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
Levitra.
yeah. What's going on with these him stuff where it makes your hair grow back, but then it gives you anxiety, so they give you anxiety pills?
It's generic Rogaine.
Really?
Yeah.
Does Rogaine give people anxiety?
The Hims
think
is making
losing
your
your-
dick soft, and then
Yeah. Well, Hims might be like Propecia or
Yeah.
something.
Do you remember there was that advert that what's his name, Ray Liotta was on for?
I can't say for sure, but I used to take one of these Cialis Blue Chews,
Yeah.
one of those every day,
Yeah.
and I think it helped my blood pressure. I know you're not allowed to say that. Probably more so with.
Yeah.
I
Probably. This
can't-
is an actual
It's
pharmaceutical.
an actual
yeah.
pharmaceutical. I'm not allowed to do off-label prescriptions to the audience, but
Yeah.
why did it help your blood pressure? Oh,
because
you just pushed.
it's a vasodilator, so it makes your veins open up. That's the way they work.
Oh, gross! So
Yeah.
you just felt more.
Well, my
Vivacious?
arteries are probably clogged from a lifetime of being pissed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like bad diet and smoking and being pissed. And now I've done 3 cycling classes, and I'm fixed.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm zen. Now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Anyway,
now.
but Ray Liotta was on that Chantix commercial, which is like the medication that makes you like stop smoking. If you're like a smoker, you take it, and like cigs are like disgusting and like. But anyway, it works, but apparently the main side effect is it gives you horrific nightmares.
Really?
So every night, so you're not smoking cigs during the day, and then you close your eyes, and then you're visited by Satan. It's just like this.
Laura Peak has a joke about that. How she's like, you'll have hallucinations. Where she's like, yeah, you're not smoking cigarettes because there's a guy crawling out of your oven at you or something like that.
Yeah, it seems.
Shout out
Anyways,
Laura Peak, great comic.
Blue Chew doesn't cause any of that.
No, Blue Chew actually makes your life better, and it
Yeah.
makes people think you're cool. And
The bags are hard to open, though. Tell you what, harder than a condom.
really.
Blue Chew? No, they're not.
The bags.
You know, there's like an indentation where you can tear.
I don't know. We were playing with one the other night, and
Uh-huh.
Colin pulled one out, and you could see where it was all like torn up from him trying to open it. He was like, I
Well, he's
couldn't
a
open the fucking bag.
He's like a Iberian Mongoloid.
Yeah.
These people are retards. He barely speaks English.
He barely speaks.
It's a
English.
language he's been speaking his entire life,
Yeah.
and he barely speaks it.
It's crazy how little respect I have for anybody with an Irish accent. Even a woman came up to me at the cellar, and she was like, "You were a great crack tonight," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Get the fuck away from
Yeah,
what did
yeah,
you
yeah.
just say to me?"
They're the worst accents of all the European accents.
Irish.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, Irish, and then British after that, and
It
then probably
depends.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
But I would
Portuguese
respect the
is
British.
Absurd.
If somebody
Yeah.
was like, "You were quite
Well, you
a
have
crack,"
to. They took over the whole world. You know?
right? But why is the Irish just? As soon as they begin
A
to speak, I just want
crayon.
to spit
Yeah.
right on them.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah, it's
you need not apply to.
BlueChew.com. No Irish accents. Need
Anyway,
apply.
Blue Chew offers you the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra for a fraction of the price and in a chewable form. Prescribed online and shipped to your door. Cancel anytime. No gimmicks. No lock-in Blue Chew. No lock-in Blue Chew makes Getting the
What?
treatment you need, affordable and discreet. No lock-in? What does that
What
mean?
does that
You know why I like hanging out with Adam? Because I'm worried I have a brain tumor all the time.
And then
because
you
I
see
have,
how
I have
dumb
trouble
I am.
speaking, and then he's going through a basic. He's like, C-spot rune.
Tell me what no lock-in blue chew. What's no lock-in blue chew? I read it the right way, but it doesn't
You're the
make
one looking
sense.
at the words and reading them. I'm sure the copy
No
makes
lock-in
sense, so I
blue
can't tell
chew
you.
makes getting the treatment you need affordable and discreet. No more waiting rooms.
No lock-in means blue chew.
No lock-in?
No, Nick,
You're
that's
not
not
locked into
normal.
a
That's bad
contract.
copy.
All right.
Okay,
It's
you're not
bad
locked
copy?
in. Okay, you're not
Oh,
locked
you're not
into
locked
a
into the
contract. Okay,
subscription.
so they
Oh.
the bad copy. They can write that better. It's not me.
I thought it was like locked
I
into
am
the boner.
I am illiterate, but that's on them. That one is on them. Okay, no more time-consuming doctors in.
He made me go to Equinox with him today, thinking we were both going to sign up.
I didn't make you go. You've been asking me for 4 days. Do you want to go to Equinox?
Because you said you wanted to go to Equinox. I'm
No,
trying to
that's
run
not-
through the stuff that
I'm
we
gonna
need
have
to
a
I said-
panic attack
Yeah, but
if you don't finish the fucking.
No, we
Well, you
gotta
should take
no,
some-
we gotta hash this
take
Equinox
some
stuff
Blue
out.
Chew and
What's
Kratom.
going on with Equinox?
Well, we
Go.
went to
It has a
Equinox.
dump.
I
So
thought
Nick,
he
Nick
wanted
is
to know. Let me
refusing.
tell my side of the story
no,
first.
because your side of the story is gonna. Okay, but just for
I'm not
whoever's
even
listening.
gonna, I'm not even going to insult
Okay.
you. I'm complaining about something I felt.
Okay,
What did
continue.
you feel?
You felt joy.
I didn't feel joy. It said, he wanted to sign up. I said, I'll sign up if you sign up, and we go to the gym together. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But then we're going, and the lady gives us the whole thing, and then he's like, well, I got to see if I can cancel my gym membership first. And we clearly wasted this person's time, and it made me feel like poor.
No, it's not wasting
Yeah.
your time.
Like going to a car dealership and being like, can we sit in the Cadillac? And
Right.
then being like, yeah, maybe we'll come back next week. And
Yeah.
there's just holes in your shoes.
No, I just have to go
When
to
you
my
ask
gym and
how much
cancel
something is, and then you're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to circle back. I'm going to circle back.
No, I was like, I was literally telling this lady, I was
So
like,
you
I'm
think
rich, by the way. I'm rich.
I think you and
I could come here, I could blow, I could spend whatever money I want.
no,
I'm
yeah,
rich.
you're like, she's like, what are you looking
I'm
for?
like,
in
I
the
won't even
gym?
be here. This is a
and
waste
Nick is
of
like,
money for me.
she's like, what are you looking for in the gym? And Nick's like, honestly, mainly it's just spending money. That's
Yeah.
what I
I got the money, dude. I don't want to feel like I fucking can't afford.
Yeah,
Equinox.
just
I
like-
can't afford Equinox. Just by the make it clear,
we can afford.
I
this.
got the money for this fucking place.
Yeah,
You should do an Equinox around
I want to
here.
start a life
That's
with her.
yes, it's like $3.
I really
a
do
week.
Yeah.
want to. Both Nick and I want to start a life with her.
Mm.
I would make her so.
You can't. You're gonna blow it, dude. She probably listens to the show.
No, she doesn't listen.
Was she
to
a
the
hot
show.
girl?
She was a woman that paid attention to us for 5 minutes.
And she looked at us. She looked at us, and she was a woman,
Yeah.
and she had hair.
It was her job to answer our questions.
Yeah.
one of those
So
women
you're-
with
you're
the
like-
hair.
Yeah, with the eye contact.
Yeah,
she
with
made eye
eyes and hair, and they
Yeah.
say
I've
they
seen them.
they
Yeah.
say that they want $300 a month.
A salesperson.
Is it 300?
It's like
It's
two.
300.
I would do it
it's-
just for the dunk tank, the
it's-
cold plunge.
They
Do
don't
they have that?
No.
Yeah,
Where?
some of them do. I think
It's
this
got to
one
be the
does.
most expensive one.
Oh, then it's
Oh.
more than that. Then.
Really?
Yeah, it's so expensive.
You could just also just take a cold shower at home.
Why don't you just? I do that, but they have a ice plunge.
I
and then a hot
love
tank.
those.
Yeah.
Why don't you just put a fixed bike in here?
I have one at home.
You should put it in here.
I have it at home.
No,
though.
it's a
I wake
liability.
up early and I do it.
This is a union work site. We can have bikes and stuff. We
It
can.
could power something.
Nick didn't
Yeah.
even want me to have food in here for a long
Well,
time.
because he
Really?
left salad directly
One
on the
time.
ground.
It's like a one strike system I get. I forgot a salad on
It
the
was
ground.
like- it was like
when
a-
we recorded the podcast at my house, do you understand
It
how
was like
much
a-
garbage he would produce
it
within an hour?
It would look like a hamster was trying to start a family in the corner.
Okay, you could just see garbage and throw it out. It's not that difficult.
I mean,
Anyway.
it's
and you're like, we don't have a contract
what?
with the garbage company.
We got a new relationship on this show, so I'm not going to say anything. Wild accusation
Insane.
to say I'm the garbage
To
guy.
tell me that I'm not allowed to have garbage or food. I'm not allowed to eat food in our office.
That's not what I said at all. I said
you
I
do
said
have like a Brad
I said
Pitt
it-
from
I said
Ocean's 11.
I
thing.
said if you bring food in here, if you don't mind, until we have a way to throw out stuff because we have to have a contract with the garbage company.
Yeah.
there's no way you said if you don't mind.
I did say
He
that.
did not
no
say if
way.
you don't mind.
It can't
No, he
even
snapped
imagine-
at me
you
and he
saying
told me
that
I wasn't
just
allowed to
now
have
Put it
food.
this
It's like
way.
Ian saying,
I
is
said
for
I was like, I
it
think
is
I'm going to
a-
order a lunch if anyone wants anything.
Is a
And then he
goal of
snapped at me and
mine-
told me
is
that
a
I
goal
wasn't
of
allowed to
mine
have food.
I did not snap. It's a goal of mine to start saying if you don't mind. The first time I said if you don't mind, can you please take food with you once we're done, take it with you because it smelled
What
like
I will say
it
is
smelled
that
like a fucking Indian bathroom.
in lieu of me in lieu of me ordering food here, we did go to Chipotle, and I hadn't had it in a while.
You had a great time at Chipotle.
And it was great. I had a great
I
time.
paid for you for your Chipotle.
Great time. They got a new chicken. It's very exciting.
Then we went to pick up
Nick got me a
this
Chipotle.
very nice carpet.
Where'd you get that?
We got it from one of those guys.
Well, yeah, we got it from a Jewish lady. One of those never has seen a time card or a paycheck in her entire life. Kind of.
No, she wasn't like that. She was like she lived in like a very old but like
Where
clearly
did you find her?
Nice co-op.
Craigslist.
Oh.
Anyway,
she lived in a co-op?
no more waiting rooms. No more time-consuming doctors' in-person visits. No more judgment. Quality patient
No
care.
more doctors in timing pursuit. What is it?
No more time-consuming doctors in person.
No more doctors in prison.
Literally an hour ago, my neck was itchy. I'm like, should I get an MRI? And then I just listened to this.
I said
guy.
no more time. I said no more time-consuming doctors in-person visits. It's bad copy, guys. This is. Yeah, we
no more doctors person in visits.
We went to Marshall's and went to the women's intimate section.
That's what I figured, but I wanted to make sure that it was just more, it was like here when you moved in. Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Yeah, but don't get them too dirty. We have to return them to Marshall.
John already spray painted them by accident, so those are.
Oh, okay, can I give them to my girlfriend?
Yeah,
as a gift?
I should spray paint those black and be like, they're for guys. Just shut up, they're guys.
Yeah.
It's guys stuff.
Yeah, they have bunny ears, but it's like it's a guy.
It's
bunny.
the Donnie Darko bunny.
Yeah. It's badass.
It's for fucking guys. Shut up.
All plans include digital physician consult, RX-only chewable tablets, monthly refills, and medical support. Pills haven't worked for you? Blue Chew offers chewable sildenafil, tadalafil, and vardenafil as an alternative option for you.
I'm sorry for telling you to take your food out of here.
No more doctors in prison.
You're right. This is your office. You can eat in here. I'm sorry for saying that.
I accept your apology.
Okay, cool.
Look at that.
And you know what? It feels nice.
Yeah.
It feels nice.
But just to let everybody know, I'm not getting into apologizing. In a specific circumstance, I'm not an apology guy across the board. So if you think I need to apologize to you, you can suck my fucking dick.
On Monday.
I'm not.
On
Monday, my God.
On Monday night.
And it was like, they want me to apologize. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
We were all there. On Monday night, we were disrespected by a bouncer at a place. We won't say the name of the place, but it was at a comedy show. Mm-hmm. And Nick was presented with the option of squashing the beef and just offering. You could have crossed your fingers, just said sorry. We could have moved on. And Nick... Really, it was a real Sophie's choice, as they say.
Yeah, real inside baseball.
Real inside baseball.
Broke the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I've had that happen so many times.
The other thing was it was a lady bouncer, too. Mm-hmm. And
she was a cunt.
She was rude. She shoved me.
Mm-hmm.
She shoved me upon entry. I won't say where it was.
She shoved you?
She shoved me.
She shoved both of
you.
you.
She pushed me. She literally pushed me.
She smacked Nick and she shoved at him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, she didn't deserve an apology.
I walked in, she said nothing to me.
Yeah. For me, I can literally...
She said, I guarantee you what happened is after our thing, she was like, well, I'm not checking IDs then.
Does she work there or is she subcontracted?
They
security?
subcontract them out, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's why they wanted me to apologize, because I guess they have a bad relationship. Well, I don't know if they have a bad relationship, but they were like, we got to keep things kosher with the company that subcontracts out the door people.
Well, I guess
What
now
the fuck?
we're going to have to start our own security company.
Yeah.
And we'll have nice bouncers.
Napoleon. Just get Napoleon.
No, we'll get all just British guys that look like Mark Strong
Yeah.
in tuxedos with white gloves.
100%.
Like, you know who our security company will be is the fucking goons from Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yes.
jack dudes in tuxedos.
Hell yes.
Do you know the password, sir?
Fidelio.
Yeah. That's who I want. We're gonna
Be good.
Yeah.
We have to have a sick password.
Damn, now I want to go home and watch Eyes Wide Shut. I'm going to take an Oxycontin and watch Eyes Wide
It's
Shut.
a good movie.
Yeah. I'm reading Nick Bryant's book right now because we got.
He's coming on the show.
He's
right?
coming on the show, and I'd never.
Who is it?
Nick Bryant wrote. I think he did. The book is just called The Franklin Scandal, but I had read the Bill DeCamp book about. Are you familiar with the Franklin Scandal?
Mm-mm.
It's a crazy story, and then I'm sure when he's on, he'll tell it. But. In Nebraska,
it's a pedophile thing.
Yeah, it's wild. There was a credit union called the Franklin Credit Union in Omaha, Nebraska, and the head of the credit union, this guy Lawrence King, got caught like embezzling like some outrageous number, like $50 million from the credit union. And so the state legislator, they had to put together this like investigative committee, or maybe it was already like the financial oversight committee or something, to figure out how this guy could possibly have, embezzled so much money without, because, there's like a governmental oversight,
Yeah.
So without, it's like somebody must have missed something. There had to have been something else going on that this guy could steal this much money without anybody noticing. So they started investigating, and there's this one guy, Bill DeCamp, who was a Nebraska state legislator. And investigating it, I forget the timeline exactly, but he finds out, like, okay, this guy Lawrence King, he would go to these, like, kind of like Nebraska social elite, like, parties and stuff. And then he also, like, was, like, a closeted homosexual who liked, like, younger guys. So he would buy, like, boys essentially, but like, like legal still, like 17, 18, something like that. And then investigating more, he finds like these children, like people who were like 14, who were like, yeah, I was molested at this party by King and the chief of police. And so at first he's like kind of skeptical, but he finds like two kids who make these accusations and they don't know each other, So he's like, okay, well, this is like weird. And then investigating it more and more. It's been years since I read like the original book, so I'm like, I don't remember the timeline exactly. But in investigating it, it's like, okay, this involves like the local FBI office, like all of these like politicians, and there's like too many. The stories are like corroborated in a way where it's like you can't like ignore it. And so investigating it more and more, it's like it blows up in this whole thing involving the CIA, the George Bush's administration. Like Franklin will really like fuck with your head. If you like really get into the story, there's all of like this other shit where it's like there needs to be some explanation. But basically, after
it just keeps going up further and further to the top.
After Epstein, like prior to Epstein, Franklin was one of those things that you kind of just had to be like, I mean, is this like it has to just be a conspiracy? But Epstein kind of proved like basically the CIA runs like honeypot child molestation, essentially. I mean, that's what Epstein was. He was a guy that was like clearly an intelligence asset, who was probably just a pedophile that got caught, but they recognized...
But they were like, hey, if you can bring these people in, then we'll have leverage against
them.
them.
If you can get like the Prime Minister of Israel fucking like
a
12-year-old on camera, then it's like, so that's where he has all his money.
Well, those boys are patriots, those young children.
Yeah.
That's what I think they are.
Yeah, they're essentially the troops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every one of them has a Punisher tattoo on their asshole. And it says, punish me. It's like an
punish
extra,
this.
Yeah. There's an extra like a finger on the skulls.
It's biting its lip.
Like a skeleton finger.
Yeah. Ooh, punish this.
That's cool.
So we'll have him on and ask him if the victims had that tattoo on their asshole.
Yeah. Like an American eagle bending over or something. Yeah.
But yeah, anytime I get back into like that kind of stuff, I just want to get fucked up and watch Eyes Wide Shut again.
Is he's the author of the book and he's going to be on the show?
No, Bill DeCamp wrote the initial book, the original one. Nick Bryan is a journalist who wrote like also covered the material. I don't know if they have like problems with each other or something, because in reading just the introduction to this, he doesn't even mention Bill Camp by name. He just says like a Nebraska state senator. But considering like the kind of the testy personalities that are in the conspiracy world, because you have to be like somewhat paranoid anyways, it's like, it lends itself to being like, oh, we're working together to fight the government, and then at some point like, they have a dispute over where to have lunch, and then one of them's like, and you're the CIA too.
Yeah.
And then they hate each other.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that happened, but I would imagine
this doesn't have to do with Boys Town, wasn't there?
It is Boys Town.
Oh, it is Boys Town.
It is Boys Town. Yeah.
I did know about this.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about the original book. He accuses the bishop that was the head of Boys Town of like molesting children, and then it's like, come on, the bishop. The book was written in like 1998, and then after that, the Catholic Church scandal all came out, and then that was one of the places, and that bishop just they just moved him. But so I mean, a lot of the book was like not necessarily like validated, but like corroborated by like the Catholic Church scandal or.
Yeah, I went down this rabbit hole, the Boys Town rabbit, but didn't they name it Boys Town because that's where they put all those boys or something?
Well, it's called Boys Town because it was a boys' orphanage.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run by the church in Omaha.
And those kids were getting molested?
Mm-hmm.
They were, yeah. They were being flown to Washington, D.C. to be raped by George Bush.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's a documented fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're little crusaders.
Anyway, this guy Nick Bryant has been on Tim Dillon.
Can you
and
imagine how
he's
much
been on
it would
Chapos.
suck to be an altar boy? Because you already got to sing, which is gay enough already.
And then to also get fucked in the ass.
Yeah, you also
You have to
have
light candles.
Yeah,
too,
they're like there's more gay shit.
you got to wear a dress.
Yeah.
You have to swing sage around or whatever the fuck that
Right.
stuff
It
is.
should
you
just
literally
be-
have to wear a dress.
Look, I'm not saying if I was in charge of it, and I'm not, but
of
if
the
to see
Catholic
it,
Church,
I'm gonna need to do something after the Adam Friedland show ends. And
you're going to take on the church.
well, look, somebody. It's about the
I think
lesser
Bannon
of two
was
evils.
trying to do that.
The lesser of two evils. If I get a job at a CIA and I'm like, let me run the child fucking operation, no more.
You'll put them in cuter dresses.
Not cuter dresses. Here's what we're doing. You're still getting fucked by Saudi princes, but fucking, we're going to ESPN zone.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
you're gonna
we're
go
getting,
to
we're getting you
Dave
your-
and Buster's.
Yeah, you were getting your ears pierced.
No, we're
going
going to Cedar Point, dude. Best coasters in the country.
Sure,
Ohio.
whatever that is.
Yeah, get the
Yeah.
Patriots some fun.
Yeah. Do
I
some
agree with
shit
that.
the kids like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but this guy's done some big podcast, Chapo,
You think
Trap
anyone ever
House.
got molested at their bar mitzvah?
What? Yeah, of course.
That's got to be funny to get molested at your bar mitzvah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so
like
funny.
now you're a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and
well,
this is what men
Ignition
do.
remix is playing, and you're
I mean,
just
technically,
you're just being brought in the back while your friends are. What was it called? What was the dancing called? The grind. They had a name for it.
yeah,
Like for horny
freak dancing.
Freak dancing.
Yeah,
That was it.
freak
Oh,
dancing.
yeah.
That's where
Well, your
at bar
friends are-
mitzvahs I learned how to freak.
Yeah, while your friends are freak
Yeah.
dancing.
Do you
they're
remember that
getting
song?
molested
I
at-
put my hand up on your hip.
When I did,
When
we
I
did,
did,
we
we
did.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I remember
that was the track. Yeah,
there was
we-
like a Club Ithaca that they would send us to. It like we were 12 years old.
A
and there was
teen
always, like,
club.
Yeah, a teen
Yeah.
club. There's always like
Hell
one
yeah.
28-year-old there who would
I
just
remember
be,
they-
like,
they had that
impregnating.
in Ocean City. They had like a
just
teen
hitting
club
it.
that they'd fill with like suds. They'd fill
Whoa.
it with like soap bubbles.
Oh, like a foam party.
yeah.
Wait, they did that with kids?
And, yeah, in Ocean City. Yeah.
They
Ocean
would
City.
just put us in a
I
room
think
and
it's-
turn the lights off. It was
Yeah.
crazy. And the
It's
music on in like the
insane.
back of a bowling alley, and we would just grind.
Truly
hard.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freak dance. Freak dance. Just get the angriest boners.
Yeah.
Just like pissed off boners.
Yeah.
Like your penis is angry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just like pulsating and like vascular.
gross.
Disgusting.
It was crazy, but it did
Yeah.
have to be
And
done.
a girl with like just like little bud titties.
Mhm.
Yeah. And braces.
So this is basically what the Franklin scandal.
Yeah, so that's basically
Oh,
what they
okay,
did.
okay.
That's
Freak
mostly
dancing.
the book. Yeah, he's like, we're gonna talk for a second about freak dancing.
Yeah.
Why do
happening
you
at
keep
the-
pointing to this? Is that a Kindle?
It is a Kindle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love this thing, dude. I'd never had a Kindle before. I bought one recently because I just used to read on an iPad.
It's bad for your eyes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. This is cool.
yeah. I think you open it up.
Can
It's
you
like how to
zoom?
not be gay anymore.
Your
It's just
dick
a-
is
it's-
normal.
It's the table of contents. So I'm like, don't read it. I'm embarrassed for two different reasons. I haven't started it in the type of book it is. Page 2. Yeah.
So what do you think of our studio? You think it's cool, Jordan?
It is pretty cool. Yeah, I think the painter you guys had is.
John Nunn.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have done a lot
he
better
did
job.
Bang up job.
Mhm.
Did
Well,
he have
yeah.
any tape?
I think he needs to
He had,
finish.
he had tape, and then I guess it just, John's a bigger guy.
He
so-
colored outside the lines.
Yeah.
It seemed
He
like
went.
it seemed like he got a little.
It's
little
more.
tired.
It's just for utility more than anything. It's so
well, I
that
think the office needs to be
it
finished.
soaks up the lights.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. It was funny. They asked me. They were like, "Are you going to be using this door? Because we're just going to paint over it." I was like, "Nope," and then they didn't.
They didn't paint over
No,
the
they
door.
didn't paint it.
Yeah.
who is John Nunn? He's a comedian.
Oh, I thought he said he knew you.
He's a Philly comic, I think, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody's names
Oh.
ever.
Yeah, John's a good guy.
Is he a good
Yeah,
guy?
he's,
Rock
he's
solid,
a
dude.
solid dude.
He does
Great
a lot
painter.
with I mean, the Philly guys are all like they kind of roll together. They all have like, he worked on all that McKeever stuff.
Is he friends with that? Oh man,
Tommy Pope and Shane Gillis and McKeever.
Oh,
and,
okay. Yeah.
Like the evolution of all of that is McKeever and Tommy had like this thing called Bird Text. I think this other guy Luke Cunningham, who used to write for Fallon, and I don't know if he's even still. I haven't seen him in forever, but it was those guys, and then, I mean, I guess Shane. I met Shane through Dan Soder, but yeah, I mean, it's all
Does
just,
Tommy have the podcast where he gets you really high and puts you in a closet with him?
No, that's Ian Fidance.
No,
Yeah.
it's one of those Philly guys where you like smoke a blunt with him and you see how long you can sit in a closet or something.
No. Tommy has one that's just in his apartment.
Does he have a wife?
With Chris.
Yeah, Tommy had one on Anthony Cumia's network.
I think he gets people high and puts them in a closet.
Maybe.
That's
Not
inappropriate.
mistaken.
I don't like
I think it's
that.
a new thing he's doing.
Oh, yeah. He told me he was starting a new podcast a while back.
He has a wife.
No,
he doesn't.
Oh,
He has
different
Yeah, not him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good idea for a podcast, like a kidnapping based podcast,
Mm-hmm.
like an escape room podcast.
I'm scared of weed now. Anybody who even
I'm proud to
smokes
say
weed,
I
hate them all.
I will never go to an escape room in my entire life.
No.
And anyone that tells me that they've participated in an escape room, excommunicated.
Yeah. Well,
That
that's
is-
how I feel about Burning Man.
Yeah. That is for, like, if you've never had fun in your life,
Yeah.
you go to an escape room.
I knew these dudes who built a giant escape room
Uh-huh.
complex. It's just shitty. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was just shitty walls and like ticky tacky things that you move around and
It
you
would
can
be
just
fun.
rip it open and leave.
Yeah.
I thought
It
it
would be
felt-
funny, actually, now that I think about it, to go to one with you and you just start breaking the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
just
like,
started
I
breaking.
won. I did it.
I won.
I already escaped the room.
Nick would definitely
Just
break
beat up the
everything.
girl that works
Yeah.
at the front.
Fuck you.
I won. Fuck
I
you.
escaped. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, just punch through the
You didn't.
drywall.
You couldn't fucking trick me.
Rip all the wires out, start a fire.
So
Just
when
short.
you left the bar the other night, did you see the security guard? Did you say anything?
No, he didn't apologize.
Yeah.
He called the car.
So is the door guy mad?
No, he was just like, "Can you please ask Nick?" He's like, "I know, it's."
Did
just,
she
he's
say
like,
that?
just-
Here's the thing.
Was
They,
she like,
they
I
asked
wanted
me.
to
They
say
asked me to
sorry?
apologize. It's like I know enough to know that would not help for me to have any further communication with.
No,
that
it's just also that your brain couldn't process apologizing to someone that didn't deserve
of course
it.
somebody
Yeah.
that's in the wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
You were right, and
Yeah. Unless there was a way to get revenge on them in the future.
for me,
then I could
Yeah,
apologize.
yeah.
I'd be like,
I-
I'm so sorry. And then it's like,
Yeah, and you
"Oopsie,
knew
dude."
that
Said
all
this-
their tires were
Well,
slapped
yeah.
outside.
I'm so sorry, said the spider to the fly.
yeah,
Yeah.
for me, it's like I will apologize. I have no principle. I would be in the Holocaust, and I would apologize to the Nazis. I'm sorry, by the way, for everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Nobody hates my
I
family more than
apologize.
I do.
No,
But they
drive
deserve
me crazy.
they deserve
these
an
people.
apology. I mean, if
No,
somebody had apologized, if somebody had apologized prior to that, maybe it wouldn't have happened.
No, that's not true. They weren't
Think
asking
about
for
it.
an apology. They wouldn't take an apology. Let's just put it that way. Us fellas, we're very willing to do a disingenuous apology at any moment. I'll apologize to anyone.
I would have apologized to further the fight. You know what I mean? I would have been
Oh
like,
my
"Hey, I'm
God.
really sorry that you must be new
No,
at
I
your
would have.
job."
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
like looked. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I mean.
Don't know
That's
what
what
you
I
would
would
have
be.
done.
That would be my.
I would have been like,
undertone.
"Oh,
Yeah.
I am
Understood.
so
Yeah.
sorry."
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
like, he
yeah.
was like, just to say it short and sweet, say you're sorry. And I know I would have been like, hey, I'm sorry about earlier. It's like I got a busy job. I'm running here. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm not just sitting checking IDs. So it would
I
come
am
out. Yeah.
so sorry.
Well, excuse me, Mrs. Black Lady. I didn't know.
I flipped out because there is the whole like, you're a white person, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Vegas, I was like reaching to get a straw at Starbucks, and this woman was like, "Say excuse me," and I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" And we got into this huge fight about it, but it was. I mean, I refused to back down.
I mean, that's the other thing about my life is that I'm just constantly getting yelled at by people, like
But
strangers. So
adults
I'm so
thinking they can tell other adults what to do is chaotic.
It's really
to me.
annoying.
It's like when in the planes when they tell you to put the tray table.
Did
out.
we
That'd be
say
common
promo
sense.
code Cumtown or Cumtown 20?
No, we
for
didn't.
Bluetooth?
So BlueChew.com,
BlueChew.com.
yeah, BlueChew.com, promo code
Slash
Cumtown,
Cumtown or Cumtown 20.
and soon to be TAFS. My girlfriend's calling me because I have to go to the airport. She's waiting for me.
She's driving you to the airport?
No, she's coming with me.
Oh, she's going to
She's coming to
Viva
Vegas.
Rock Vegas.
She's going to Viva Rock Vegas. We're taking my dad to see Chris Angel.
That's cool.
No, we're not.
I'll
But
tell you
we
what.
should.
You get back Monday, we're gonna have a whole show.
We got a whole show. I'm gonna be working.
And if you guys-
I'm gonna be working remote until Monday. But Monday, guys, I seriously mean this. Patreon.com/TAFS. Monday is going to be great.
That's the other
I'm
thing.
very excited.
Well, we got to make sure that we have the time and
We have to make sure that it's going to be
got
great.
a lot
but
of we
are
ideas,
very excited about Monday.
But until the ideas are executed. But tell you what, you can see this weekend's episode is already up.
This weekend's episode, Monday, was the hardest Nick and I have probably worked on anything related to the show. And we were probably ever, and we were fucking shitting ourselves. What if people don't like it? And so far, the responses have been great, and we really appreciate it.
Not me.
I was scared, dude. Because it's like you're putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
as an artist.
What did you put out? What did they see?
We put out we made a video, like a full show thing.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's out.
Yeah, it's on
wow.
patreon.com/TAFS.
Either TAFS. Now we get special treatment by Patreon, so I got them to add a couple URLs. So you can go to patreon.com/TAFS, patreon.com/The Adam Friedland Show, or just patreon.com/Cumtown.
So you're going to want to go check that out. Honestly, I'm very happy and excited about it.
Yeah.
I watched it in bed that night at 1:30 a.m. I set up a projector in my bedroom, and I watched the whole thing. And Nick and I were live texting each other. We're like
live texting as opposed to live, the other kind of texting.
No, writing letters. I'm mostly a man of letters.
Yeah, we were watching it at the same time, live texting. And yeah, no, I think. We've always had this facade of we don't care.
We didn't see
this podcast is lazy. Who cares?
We didn't see it finished until like basically it went up. Like our friend Steven is editing it.
Our friend Steven's going to be editing the show,
and because of the way Vimeo works, it's easier for him to just upload it directly. And then
this was after Funny Moms.
Yeah, it was Gotcha. We were like fucking stressing out about it, and like
I wasn't stressing out.
Yeah, Nick was more stressing than me actually.
I don't know
that's why he. Yeah, that's why he couldn't apologize, actually, for, Anyway, but, folks, if you go there, we have a full, an hour and 15-minute video. It's not even a podcast.
Even
it's
the 2
experience.
seconds I saw of you unbuttoning his shirt.
No, that's two. That's 2 ago.
That's 2 ago.
Yeah.
How many videos
this one's a step forward.
Wow.
This one's truly, I think, we're showing progression. I'm excited. So, and Monday, guys, we're gonna have another thing. Hopefully,
I do not overpromise. It could very easily be.
We're gonna have probably the
sitting
best,
in a chair. Yeah,
the most fantastic thing we've ever done.
But I'll tell you what, we need. For years, there was zero overhead to this show, and that was fine. But it costs money now. So if you like the show, you want to see how crazy we can get, go to patreon.com/TAFS and sign up, and we would appreciate it. And you got to go to the airport. Jordan, thanks for joining us. Check out Jordan in Albany at the Albany Funny Bone this weekend. And I again will be in Irvine, California.
Yeah, and check me out in Portland, Seattle, Los Angeles. It should be up on my website.
Hey, shout out to Justin, who came out to Hilarities. Huge Cumtown fan.
Amazing.
Stayed for my show. Very sweet boy. Hi,
Thanks,
Justin.
folks.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you Monday.